Imagine the deafening roar of engines over the Pacific Ocean. Up above, two giants cut through the sky on a collision course. On one side, the F4U Corsair, with its wings folded like eagle claws and its overwhelming speed. On the other, the F6F Hellcat, the relentless hunter that became the terror of Japanese pilots. Both built to dominate the sky, both forged in the heat of war, but only one would emerge as the true king of aircraft carriers. Get ready for a battle in the skies like you've never seen before. Corsair or Hellcat? At the end of this video, the decision will be yours, and perhaps a surprising one. The story of these winged titans begins with an urgent need. At the dawn of the 1940s, the United States Navy faced an unprecedented challenge. It needed fighters that could operate from the restricted and dangerous runway of an aircraft carrier, but that were also fast, well-armed, and robust enough to withstand the brutal conditions of the Pacific theater of operations. It was in this scenario of technological effervescence and military pressure that two icons of American naval aviation were conceived and forged. The F4U Corsair, born from the Vought drawing board, emerged as a true beast. Its striking and unmistakable design was dominated by inverted gull wings, a bold engineering solution. This peculiar curvature was not merely aesthetic. It allowed the use of an exceptionally large diameter propeller, coupled to the powerful Pratt & Whitney R2800 double wasp radial engine. The result was an aircraft capable of reaching speeds in excess of 700 kilometers per hour, an impressive feat for the time. However, this same innovation brought with it an Achilles heel. The long landing gear legs, combined with the limited visibility from the cockpit over the long nose, made landings on aircraft carriers a high-risk operation, marked by dangerous bounces and incidents. The Corsair was undoubtedly a prodigy of speed and power, but its adaptation to shipboard conditions proved to be a complex challenge. In contrast, Grumman, with its team of experienced engineers, designed the F6F Hellcat with a decidedly more pragmatic approach and focused on functionality. Having learned valuable lessons from its predecessor, the F4F Wildcat, Grumman focused on creating an aircraft that would be stable, easy to fly, and, above all, effective in the battle against the feared Japanese Zero. The priority was simplicity of operation and reliability. The Hellcat was designed to be a workhorse, a rugged and resilient machine built for total war. Its design, while less bold than that of the Corsair, reflected its mission to be a superior naval fighter capable of operating without great difficulty from aircraft carriers and delivering consistent performance in aerial combat. When it came to firepower, the Corsair presented itself as a formidable war machine. Its initial configuration featured 6 Browning 50 caliber machine guns strategically positioned to maximize impact in aerial combat. In later versions, its versatility was expanded with the ability to carry a variety of bombs and rockets, making it a lethal adversary not only in the air but also in ground attack missions. The power of its engine gave it indisputable advantages in speed and rate of climb, crucial aspects for interception and aerial combat, making it a real nightmare for enemy pilots who found themselves at an energy disadvantage. However, as already mentioned, its performance on aircraft carriers was a significant initial hurdle. Difficulties in landing safely and consistently meant that many Corsairs were initially relegated to operating from land bases, mainly by the U.S. Navy and Marines, who used them with great success in close air support and combat missions. This limitation, although overcome over time and with improvements in landing techniques and the aircraft, prevented the Corsair from assuming the immediate leading role in carrier operations as its designers had envisioned. On the other hand, the Hellcat represented an almost perfect balance between combat performance and operational practicality. Also armed with 6.50 caliber machine guns, it stood out for its robustness and ability to absorb damage. It had heavy armor in vital areas and self-sealing fuel tanks, features that drastically increased the survival rate of the pilot and aircraft in intense combat conditions. Although slightly behind the Corsair in maximum speed and pure climb rate, its ease of landing and maneuverability at low speeds made it the undisputed favorite for operations on aircraft carriers. Pilots trusted its stability and the predictability of its behavior in flight, essential characteristics for success in an environment as dynamic and dangerous as the deck of an aircraft carrier at war. The historical reality is undeniable and speaks for itself. The Hellcat was responsible for approximately 75% of all aerial victories by the U.S. Navy in World War II. This is an impressive statistic that solidifies its place as one of the most effective fighters in history, demonstrating that reliability and ease of operation often trump pure performance in the context of total war. To further contextualize the performance of these machines, let's look at the numbers that defined their capabilities on the battlefield. Maximum speed. The Corsair boasted an impressive 717 kilometers per hour, while the Hellcat reached 611 kilometers per hour. This difference in speed was noticeable and often crucial in boom and zoom engagements, attacking in a dive and escaping at speed. Rate of climb. The Corsair climbed at 19 meters per second, surpassing the Hellcat's 17 meters per second. A higher rate of climb allowed the Corsair pilot to gain altitude more quickly, giving him a strategic positional advantage. Range. The Corsair could fly for up to 1,600 kilometers, slightly more than the Hellcat's 1,500 kilometers. This difference, although marginal, could be relevant in long-range patrol missions or bomber escort. Armament. A technical tie, with both equipped with 6.50 caliber machine guns, offering devastating firepower against most Japanese air targets. Ease of landing. A clear victory for the Hellcat. Its ability to land safely and consistently on aircraft carriers was a decisive factor in its widespread adoption in carrier-based missions. In the Battle of Okinawa, one of the bloodiest and most intense conflicts in the Pacific, both the Hellcat and the Corsair played crucial roles, each in their own specialty. The Hellcat dominated the skies in escort missions, protecting Allied bombers and fleets from enemy attacks. Its reliability and ease of operation made it the ideal choice for continuous combat air patrols over the fleet. The Corsair, on the other hand, wreaked havoc in ground attacks, using its speed and payload capacity to deliver deadly blows to enemy positions, artillery, and troop concentrations. Its robustness and ability to absorb damage were also a plus in these low-level strike missions. Interestingly, it was the Corsair that faced the feared Japanese Ki-84 Frank kamikaze aircraft most frequently in the final stages of the war, and demonstrated its superiority by winning these deadly encounters. The Hellcat, on the other hand, racked up more than 5,000 confirmed aerial victories during the conflict, a testament to its unquestionable effectiveness as a fighter. It was reliable, lethal, and perhaps underrated due to its simpler and less sexy design than the Corsair. However, its performance in numbers and its decisive impact on Navy operations proves its invaluable value. Both fighters left a formidable legacy, transcending their role as mere war machines to become symbols of an era and of aeronautical engineering. The F4U Corsair demonstrated its versatility and resilience by remaining in service well beyond World War II, serving in the Korean War. This longevity made it one of the few WW2 aircraft to see action in two major conflicts, solidifying its status as an iconic aircraft. Its imposing appearance, with its inverted gull wings and long nose, became an enduring symbol of American air power, gracing posters, films, and the popular imagination. The F6F Hellcat, on the other hand, was mass-produced, with over 12,000 units rolling off Grumman's assembly lines. This vast production allowed it to become the greatest destroyer of enemy aircraft in the history of the U.S. Navy, a feat few aircraft can claim. Its projection capability and success in combat were key to Allied air supremacy in the Pacific. Today, both fighters are undisputed stars of air shows around the world, where their beauty and the roar of their engines have captivated generations. They are centerpieces in aviation museums where they are preserved not only as technological artifacts, but as testaments to the bravery of their pilots and the pinnacle of engineering of the time. They represent not just war machines, but the very essence of the fight for freedom and the spirit of innovation that shaped the 20th century. F4U Corsair or F6F Hellcat. The choice of best is ultimately a matter of perspective and criteria. If you're looking for the fighter with the highest absolute number of confirmed aerial victories, the Hellcat takes the cake. Its reliability, ease of operation, and vast number of units produced have made it the Navy's workhorse, racking up an impressive kill list. If, on the other hand, you value raw performance, design innovation, and unmistakable field presence, the Corsair shines. Its superior speed, climb capability, and versatility in multiple roles, from air combat to ground attack, made it a legend, a plane ahead of its time that continued to prove its worth in later conflicts. The final decision is yours. Which one do you consider the true king of the carrier skies in World War II? Let us know what you think in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like, and share this video with those who love history and aviation. Until the next flight!